up, everybody? New Suit Fitness. Today I'm going to talk about recovery, specifically post-injury or surgery or illness recovery, because that's kind of what I'm going through right now. For those of you who do not know, I had surgery on a cyst, got it removed from my tailbone. Ended up being a lot more extensive surgery than I had intended or anticipated. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I was kind of misinformed on the medical side of things. I thought I was going to be able to just jump right back into training, right back into work, a couple days after the surgery. Ended up not being the case. I have to take, at least minimum of 2 weeks off training. I've already missed a week of work, which has been, not fun. So it's been, draining physically and mentally, of course, with any injury or surgery that kind of comes with it. So this video is really about recovery from a physical standpoint as well as a mental standpoint. Physically, I have to prepare my body for obviously having the best outcome of recovery. I have to still eat healthy. I have to still try to move a little bit. I mean, I can't sit, I can't really lay down on my back. I have to be on my side, laying on my couch constantly at this point. Standing stationary is about the most comfortable thing I can do. Walking isn't great, but I still have to make sure that my body's going to be healthy enough to recover, right? So I need to make sure my diet is still good. I need to make sure that I'm still getting my vitamins and my minerals in, which I have been. But when it comes to getting back into the gym, I have to make sure that I regress so I can progress. I have to take a step back. I'm not going to be able to do the heavy weight that I was throwing around. I'm not going to be able to do the explosive training that I was doing before. I'm going to have to take things slow, and that's going to be a new learning curve for me because I haven't done that in years. I've been, especially the past year and a half, I've been training super hard as a personal trainer and building New Suit Fitness, that I haven't had to really regress and work on my form and take things slow in a while. So this is going to be a good opportunity for me to, again, focus on my form, focus on the actual exercises that I'm doing, and take it slow so I can build back up to where I was. It is still going to be a process. It's going to be frustrating because I'm going to be wanting to get back in the gym and just, rep out what I was repping out before, but that's not going to be the case. So taking it slow physically is important, and that's for anything. That's for sickness, for an injury, for if you're just getting into the gym. And I've talked about this before. It's one of my rules to tailor by: regress so you can progress. If you're just not getting in the gym, I wouldn't want you to do regular push-ups. I want you to start at modified push-ups, because I know you could probably only do 4 or 5 regular push-ups, but you can do 10, maybe 15 modified push-ups. Start there, work your way up to regular push-ups. And that's how it's going to be for me, because I'm not going to start that far back, but I'm going to start back with lower weight and with less explosive training, because I have to take things slow. Everything right now is a pain in the ass, literally. So I have to make sure that I don't re-injure myself. I have to focus on my form, focus on my health, make sure that I recover all the way before I get back into it the way I was. Now, when it comes to mentally, that's probably a little bit more of the difficult aspect of, surgeries or illnesses or anything like that. Now, I will say, my buddy is going through way more extensive surgery than I had to go through. So this being my first and only surgery that I've had so far in my life, it's been a learning process. It was incredibly painful for the first week. I've had to do things I didn't want to do. I didn't ever want to take pain medication. I've taken it for the first time in my life, and I didn't want to do that. And that's kind of mentally, it's a little scary because there's so many side effects you can get from that, addictions or whatever it may be. And I never wanted to had to do that, but the pain was so bad that I had to take it. So there's things that you have to be mentally prepared for, and getting off those pain medications and being prepared to not do anything for 2 weeks. You know me, if you know me at all, you know that I'm an active person, you know that I love doing things, you know that I love training, you know that I love exercising my own, hiking or working out or whatever it may be, hanging out with my friends, going to work, and I can't do any of those things. So that mentally has been draining. Sitting on the couch for 17 hours a day, laying on the couch for 17 hours a day, really not being able to do much at all, because you can't really work on your computer if you're on your side. You can't really read a book on your side. Not that I would read a book, I'd rather play chess. But doing all that is kind of hard to do. So mentally, you just feel like you're not doing anything. You feel lazy, you feel worthless at some point. So I have to remind myself that this is something I have to go through to recover all the way. This is something I have to do to get back to where I was. So I can't beat myself up over that. And it's also a chance for me to realize things could be way worse. There's so many people like my buddy who are going through things that are going to take months to recover. Luckily for me, this is about a 2 to 4 week surgery or recovery process. I'm coming up on week 2, and I'm back. I'm finally on the the upswing of things, so it's getting a little bit better, a little bit easier. But it could have been way worse, and I have to be appreciative of that. Now again, I didn't think it was going to be nearly this bad, so that kind of mentally messes you up, because you go in thinking one thing and it turns out being a whole nother thing. Now, had I known that this was going to be a 2 to 4 week process, I would have mentally prepared myself a little bit better. But having not been able to do that, kind of just jumping into it, the first couple days I was so mentally depressed, because I was like, wow, I mean, I had no idea I was going to have to deal with this. I had no idea I was going to be out of work for a week and a half or whatever it was. I had no idea that I wasn't able to train for possibly 3 weeks. Like, I just wasn't anticipating this. So the mental adjustment was necessary to relax. Don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault. I couldn't control a cyst. I can't control that. So I can't really just be so mad at myself. I can't be mad at the world either, because the world isn't against me. It's just not necessarily for me either, right? I just gotta keep pushing, keep going. And I've talked about that before. The world's not against you. Remember that, Roni. Again, videos are for you. If it wasn't for me filming this right now, I would forget that it's not that bad, right? When you're just laying on the couch all day, you're just like, damn, this really sucks. This is the worst. This is boring. I'm tired. I'm lazy. I'm being worthless. I'm not getting anything done. When I make these videos, I realize, wow, it could be worse. I'm gonna get back to it. I have a friend going through something way more strenuating than I am, and you just got to remember that this is an opportunity for you to learn. This is an opportunity for you to take a step back. Sometimes training for a year and a half nonstop, you need to take a step back. You need to let your body just mellow out, kind of detox almost, and then get back into it, regress and progress. It's a good chance for me to understand what it's like to go through surgery, because I might have to do it again. It's a good chance for me to realize what it's like to not be able to do what you want to do for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So to mentally prepare myself for future endeavors, to physically prepare myself for what I want to do next, what I want to accomplish next. I need to be writing down goals for what I already know what I want to do getting back into the gym, but I should be writing it down. I should be making sure that I set these things, which I'm going to do after this video, set these goals that I can make to help me actually get back in the gym, help me be prepared to where I don't get stuck in this cycle of doing nothing, right? Because you can get stuck in a routine of being lazy. You can get stuck in a routine of not want to do anything. And I joked with my parents and my brother the other day about how, hey, you know what? Sitting on the couch doing nothing is pretty chill. I think I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that because I like to train, I like to be active. But there's people who get stuck in that lifestyle, and that's what the whole thing with these drugs that I'm like, I want to stay away from, because they can trap you, and that lifestyle can trap you. So getting out of that is important, and mentally I got to prepare myself for that. But it's also, like I said, a chance for me to say, okay, next time I go through something like this, I need to be prepared. This is what's going to happen, and this is how I need to handle it. This is what I need to be doing with my time. This is what I need to prepare myself for when I want to get out of it and get back to where I was. So for the first surgery ever, it was pretty rough for a little bit. Still, like I said, still painful, but I think I'm on the upswing, and I'm hoping I can be back here soon making content and doing what I actually love to do. But this is a good chance for me to actually talk about something that I haven't had to experience before. It's a good time for me to reflect and, again, recover. So that's what this one's all about. Roni, stay hard, focus. I'm not David Goggins. I don't know why I said stay hard, but it is what it is. See you guys.